Please stick with me for the next few seconds. I guarantee today's video is going to be worth it.
The wealthy colonel who paid a poor boy with a dying horse. But that boy managed to do something incredible. A long time ago, in a small village, in the dry lands of Brazil's northeast, back in the 1950s, the sun burned fiercely over the cornfields. The wind whistled softly between the dry stalks. There lived a poor boy who had known only hardship. He was dirty, with hands cracked from endless labor, and feet always covered in the dust of the earth. He had no father, no mother, both had died years ago. All he had was an old clay hut, leaking when it rained and tearing when the wind blew hard. The boy didn't talk much. He had learned that when the poor speak, no one listens. In his land, the corn no longer grew, and there was nothing left to eat. So he went to town, hoping to find work. One day, he heard that the richest colonel in the region was looking for people to work on his lands. The boy didn't think twice. He left immediately, walking under the scorching sun, his stomach empty but his heart full of hope. When the colonel saw the boy arriving, he frowned. The man wore clean boots, a large belly, and a cruel smile. The colonel despised the poor, because he himself had once been one and hated remembering it. "And you," he said, "think you're good for anything." The boy lowered his head. "Yes, sir. I'll do whatever you tell me to." The colonel laughed dryly and said, "All right then, go work. If you do it well, I'll pay you. If not, I'll chase you off my land." The sun burned mercilessly. The air smelled of manure. The boy obeyed the foreman, a rough, silent man, as harsh as the drought itself. He cleaned the corrals, fed the animals, fixed broken buckets, and repaired fences under the heat. Days passed, and then weeks. He worked from the rooster's crow until sunset. He didn't eat on time, only late, when hunger already made his belly ache. He never rested, never complained, he just worked quietly. After nearly a month, he already felt part of the ranch. His hands were blistered, his back curved, eyes tired, but his faith was unbroken. Today, he thought, I'll finally get paid well. The day of payment came. "Well, look at you," said the colonel with a smirk. "You worked like a mule." The boy stood still, waiting for a few coins. The colonel snapped his fingers. "Give the boy something," he ordered the foreman. "Find an old horse, anyone will do." The foreman obeyed, walked to the corral, and brought back a frail horse, barely able to stand. The animal's back was scarred, its eyes empty and sad. It breathed heavily, as if every sigh hurt. "There's your payment," said the foreman, pointing. "That's what the boss ordered." The boy stared, confused. "But I didn't work for a horse. I worked for money, for something to eat." The foreman turned away. "I just follow orders, kid. If you want it, take it. If not, leave it." The boy pressed his lips together, nodded silently, and grabbed the reins. He had never owned a horse before, especially one so sick and frail. Without a word, he led the animal away. That night, the wind blew strong. They walked for hours under the dark sky. For a moment, the boy thought of leaving the horse behind, but something in its eyes reminded him of his own pain. They kept walking until reaching his small hut. He gave the horse a little water and some dry leaves. He sat beside it and whispered softly, "I won't let you die. Do you hear me?" The horse twitched an ear and sighed wearily. The boy smiled for the first time in a long while. Months passed. The horse was still thin, but the boy never gave up. He cleaned its wounds, removed the ticks, and talked to it as if it were a friend. The neighbors watched from afar and whispered, "That boy must be crazy, caring for a useless horse." But he didn't listen. "Let them talk," he said softly. "As long as he breathes."
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this, please like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps the channel.